What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Two Guys. I was just going to hold it as long as I could to see what you were going to do. Welcome back to Two Guys Rambling, guys. We are back here with another episode. Huh? You get 2 episodes this week. How does that feel?
Yeah.
Feel happy about that? Sure, the first episode is only 20 minutes, but...
Hey, don't worry about it. You got all the too long didn't read stuff in there.
Yeah, exactly, right? So the big thing about this episode, we already did our cut and our light, so we're still smoking the same cigars.
Yeah.
Because we're shooting the same day, obviously, back to back. We don't wear the same clothes every day.
Actually, I have kind of a work uniform.
We switch them out.
It's just the same shirt, different cut, like the new one, you know? Yeah. I have like 6 of these.
Same underwear, different shirt, different shorts.
Mm-hmm. Same shoes, too.
Today, we are going to talk about how the world has been on fire for the last 5 months.
Like as soon as we stopped shooting, it was like...
Everything just went...
Hey, yo, I heard the Middle East is going to go off again.
Dude, not only that, like the whole stuff that happened with like Kevin McCarthy.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Like that's going to be fun to get into. And like, because...
Oh, in Haiti, with the warlord barbecue, who's a cannibal.
I actually have no idea about that. Yeah, you're going to have to tell me about that. Yeah, okay. But first, as always, we start with our kind of light.
And we're getting kicked out of Africa?
We're getting kicked out. Anyways. Before we get into all of that, though, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things down below to make sure that you are following along with us. If you haven't checked out the Patreon already, go check out the Patreon. So that way we're able to... You're probably going to see a lot of this stuff's going to be censored in this video on YouTube.
Yeah,
but if you go to the Patreon, you'll get access to all that for just $5 a month. You can save 2 boys now, right? In the arms of... And it's just Javi crying.
Right, honestly.
We put Javi in a
picking
cage.
up quarters. Please, please.
So we'll be able to... My grandma is calling. Should I have my grandma on the podcast? Hello? I am, Momo, but we're filming a podcast right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're actually on it right now.
Oh my god. I have your golf stuff, and I'm headed to your mom's house.
Okay.
And you can pick it up when I get there, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Bye. Bye. She didn't say I love you. She's just so nervous. She got so nervous. Okay, bye.
Oh god. Shit, I would too. God. Someone was like, "You're live on the podcast."
On the podcast right now. We could edit that out, but we're not going to. We're going to keep it in there.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's
pretty
hilarious,
funny,
actually. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things down below. Like I said, the YouTube stuff's always going to be a little more censored, but on the Patreon, you get full, unfiltered, or no limits, no filter, rambling all the time with us, and then you'll get to just be a part of that rambling community and make it a safe space for everybody. An actual safe space that's not like a pussy safe space.
Yeah, and at the same time, we don't want our fucking, guys in the community talking shit. Like, you're a fucking bitch. You should kill... Nah, dude, bro.
You know what, dude? I'm going to go on a straight tangent real quick. That's what stresses me out so much about, like, the cigar community and the bourbon community. All they do is talk shit to each other. All they do is talk shit to each other. And if you're looking for a spot...
Granted... We will jokingly clown on you for your cigar preferences. Unless you're smoking Macanudos.
Here's a question. Here's the thing, though. If you come with a question like, hey, is this Gurkha any good?
Oh, we'll be honest.
You no, it's like dog shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Or we're not going to be like, you're a retard.
But I'm not going to leave it as you're smoking dog shit and that's it. I'd be like, dude, like this, like Gurkha's dog shit, but you should go try Bonet. You should go try Room 101. You should go try Tatawahe. Like, open that up.
Yeah.
Like that. And that's my biggest, like, ick. Can I use that right now?
Yeah.
That's my biggest ick when it comes to these bourbon and cigar communities, especially on Reddit and everywhere else, is that somebody gets into it and they just start shitting on everybody. And if you're looking for a place to come in, we can joke with each other and talk shit to each other all fucking day. I don't care. That's awesome. I love that. I enjoy it. Me and Javi do that all the time. But... come in here with some fucking answers. Help people out, dude. Don't just talk shit to them and then not help them out. Talk shit to them, help them out.
And if you have a terrible recommendation and people correct it, don't get mad.
Yeah, don't get mad.
Everyone has different preferences.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll let you know if it's terrible.
Or if you like it that much, fucking defend it.
Yeah, explain.
Explain why you like it, and then maybe we'll go.
Not just, this is what I ordered from CI and it's $3 a cigar.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, dog.
No. We're here for like...
You need to leave. No.
We're here for like real good talking about cigars, bourbon, books, news, all that shit that's going on in the world. So if you're down with that, get on the Patreon And then, of course, always like, comment, subscribe here. Javi, the world is on fucking fire right now, and it's only been 5 months.
Yes.
It's only been 5 months.
Yes.
And
I don't even know.
How many of those months have, like, only 3-4 of those months have been, like, 2024?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Didn't they move the doomsday clock? Like, we're like 10 seconds from midnight or some shit?
Oh my god, what?
Yeah. Hold on.
We're gonna fucking die again now? We died in 2012. We died in...
Because they move the doomsday clock every time shit's crazy. We are 90 seconds to midnight.
If you see, we keep looking off into this area, it's because we set up a TV now, so that way we can show videos to us, and as we're looking at them, you guys can watch them as well too. That's probably what you'll see over here in this area. That's why there's so much room over here.
Number 2 is kind of baloney.
The U.S. beer industry faced decline.
Well, what I mean by that is the
2023.
gas prices.
With shipments reaching their lowest levels in 25 years, however, gas prices are expected to decline in
Bro,
2024.
it's $3.50 right now.
Yeah. I think in 2024 they were supposed to decline
until
Biden administration decided to shit all over everything that the gas industry does.
And the Houthis in Yemen
yeah.
decided, hey, does that look like a Western ship?
Yeah, no.
We're gonna fly a drone and do it.
Oh, the solar eclipse, dude, that was fucking cool.
That was cool. Not with all the clouds, but I was outside
yeah.
when it got dark. Yeah,
That was wild.
it was cool.
I was at work and like all of our lights came on and everything still, and it was fucking stupid. All right, Javi, what is the first thing you want to start talking about?
You already know, biggest thing ever.
Russia has been making daily tactical gains in eastern Ukraine.
Yeah, Russia's actually...
While Ukraine has launched drone attacks targeting Russia's energy infrastructure.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy that shit's still going on.
Yeah, it's because... Well, Russia's now making pretty big gains. Like, they're actually using aircraft pretty easily now because they believe the Ukrainians have run out of... like stingers and stuff, so they can't shoot down aircraft as readily in the front lines.
Not to mention how much money we're sending over there, dude.
Well, now we're sending, what, 30 billion more?
I thought it was more.
There's 100.
I thought it was like almost 100. I thought it was like 96 billion. Or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. Somebody can fact check us. I thought it was anywhere from 30 to 90 billion dollars what they're sending over there. And you know what they were saying is that like how much of that money we could put back into infrastructure here. And not only infrastructure, but actually we could have, I think it was something like, and don't fucking kill me in the comments if I'm wrong. It was like we could have solved hunger in the United States like 3 or 5 times over.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's another rabbit hole. Because look at what San Francisco does for their homeless, and then look at how much worse it made. Not California. Yeah. And look at how much worse it made things.
Yeah, and then look at, like... But the other thing, too, is that they almost entice people to do things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By making things illegal and like, hey, you want a safe space to shoot up? Here you go.
Yeah, it's right now in San Francisco, it's called the Tenderloin. That's where they have the open air market where you can just buy fentanyl wherever. You know there's also a human poop map?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's
Ron DeSantis and dude, what about the things going on with the presidential election right now?
God, there's so much. There's so much.
All right. Let's start with Ukraine. Say your spiel with Ukraine and Russia and what's going on there.
Essentially, like I get it, like we shouldn't be giving them as much money as we do, but at the same time, I'm like, well, would you rather us be fighting them or the Ukrainians be killing Russians?
I think what people's argument is that we shouldn't be over there at all. But my problem with that is the fact that we allow them to start spreading. We get what we had during the communist regime all over again, where they start having these like little satellite countries that are just pro-Russia, back them up, and we start losing landmasses over there. But the other thing too is that we have to look at what this war is what it is, and it's a data mine. It's a fucking data mine. We are over there right now because we are getting intel. We're trying to learn how the Russians...
What their SOPs are.
Yeah. How they fight, what they do, how they do it.
And how good our tech goes against theirs.
Exactly. 100% that's what we're doing. And like...
Well, that's also what we're doing with Israel, but that's another tangent.
Yeah. Because
they're the reason why, like...
correct me if I'm wrong. In Israel, we don't have any actual not in Israel. In Ukraine, we don't have any actual like Air Force bases or anything over there, right?
No, nothing.
But in Israel, we do.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, and that's what like falls into Israel is that we don't want to lose areas where.
Well, I mean, we give Israel weapons to test for us.
Oh yeah.
Like the Iron Dome, we take that. Well, Raytheon, not we, takes that data and is like, okay, how can we improve our weapon systems on America? That'd be badass. I mean, wait a second.
wait.
But
we're on a watch list already,
right?
Just like that.
But like, I get what you mean. Like, we're dumping a lot of money into a war that's a stalemate. Well, not a stalemate because the Russians are actually taking cities very slowly now.
Which is crazy because at the beginning everybody's like, look at the Ukraine fucking making Russia look like fools.
Yeah, what they think is that Russia got into their military production swing, and China and North Korea are supplying them with artillery shells and materials and stuff like that. So now they're actually starting to put out more tanks, more gear, more stuff, more ammunition.
Russia is?
Yes.
I mean, they're not putting out; they're just releasing, right? It's all stockpiled stuff.
They've done away. So they've depleted because they were shooting. I think the math was like 30,000 artillery shells a day. The Russians.
Damn.
So the North Koreans gave them like 1.5 million artillery shells from stockpiles, and then they're getting the North Koreans to build them artillery shells because they're giving them food in return. I'm being straight up.
Who's giving
Russia's giving the North Koreans food in exchange for artillery shells.
Yeah. No. Yeah, there's definitely a pact there. Sorry, we're using this new app called Perplexity. And if you have not used it, I'll put it down. It's pretty cool. I'll put it down the bottom, but it's an AI.
And it gives you sources and stuff.
But it gives you sources, it gives you everything, and it gives it to you up to date. Like, it gives you up-to-date information, which is amazing. And so that's what we're messing around with right now. But, yeah, the pact that Russia has with North Korea and China and everything to just terrify people when it's not. Mm-hmm. And they're helping the Israelis too, right? I mean,
we are
the Palestinians, right?
Russia?
Yeah,
they're not. No, the Iran's giving Hamas.
There's Iran.
Well, of course, Russia.
Russia, right? That's what I'm saying. Like it's like filtered down.
But then you dive into the rabbit hole that I say it wrong. The Quds Force, which is QUDS. I don't know how to say it, bro. Which is like for the Iranians, it's like they're quote unquote special forces, but they're literally just advisors and or a terrorist group that goes around and committing terrorist attacks because they can't trace them back to Iran. And then the Iranians helped set up October 7th with Israel.
Oh,
they were with Hamas.
Well, on the 8th, right? You're talking about when they invaded?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8th.
So they helped them in Damascus. So they already have it where they were in Lebanon, freaking meeting with all the Hamas leadership to okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is how it's gonna run.
Yeah.
And then they executed it, and then here we are.
That's fucking wild, dude.
But it's like can't really talk about some of it because see what's going on college campuses.
Oh my god! Hey, see what Texas is doing now?
People are like, you're taking away their First Amendment right. Yeah. And I was like,
And you know what?
I get it.
And this is we were talking about this the other day too. I think I was talking with my dad, or I was talking to my grandpa or something like that. But I'm all about people going out and protesting and whatever. Like I'm all about it, right? It's when you start blocking roads and you start like stopping people from going to classes when they need to go to classes, right? Like if you're at UIW and you're in between like that design school, that fashion design school and the dorms, like you're in that little area,
that little walkway.
You're over there and you want to fucking yell and chant, whatever.
Okay, go for it, bro.
I'm all for it.
Well, UIW is a private college, so they'll probably kick your ass out.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I'm all about it, right? But like you gotta like fuck off.
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to go to class, I get the fuck out of the way. Yeah. Like if I'm trying to go do stuff, like fuck off, dude. Like I've got shit. And the other thing that I hate too is when
like you can protest, but don't block my right to go to class.
Yeah, or go to work.
Yeah.
And that's what frustrates me the most. It's like, why would you want to disturb like working class Americans trying to get to work?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not affecting anybody else but the working class.
And you're not getting anybody to your side.
No.
They just hate you
They
even more.
hate you more. Like, they shut down highways and shit.
They were trying to do that here, remember?
Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. So, I'm pro arrest their ass.
I got you.
100%.
Yeah, if you're impeding traffic and stuff like
100%.
that. Yeah.
Arrest their ass, get them out of here. Like, it's just so fucking annoying, dude.
Like, do it on the sidewalk, bro.
I'm so happy that, yeah, dude, like, go march on the sidewalk downtown, bro.
Like, cool.
Like, go, like, to a park in the middle of downtown and yell and chant and do all the things that you want to do. And just stay out of my way.
Yeah, 100%.
Stay out of my way.
I mean, you can correct us in the comments.
Yeah, correct us if
we're
wrong.
we're welcome to being wrong.
Absolutely.
We're okay with it.
Absolutely.
But
and that's what just blows my mind. Dude.
I'm like, maybe we might have to
thing.
cut this part out because we'll see. I don't know. I just think it's a little weird that a lot of those Palestinian protesters are screaming "Death to America, Death to Israel," but you live here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't understand either. Is that like they literally sit there and chant "Death to America." Have you seen that video of the Columbia students?
No, show me. Or like, you know what the thing is from the river to the sea is, right?
Yeah. To kill everybody from the river to the sea.
Yeah, Palestine will be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's literally to kill everybody.
Basically all the Jews. And then did you see how some of the Palestinian protesters are walking around with swastikas and stuff and saying gas the Jews?
What?
I'm like, hey, Antifa, weren't we canceling punching Nazis in the face? I mean, do the math there for me. Oh, but did you see what a bunch of Yale and Harvard, those students, what's happening to them?
Mm-mm.
So, you know how a lot of them want to be lawyers or work on Wall Street? Well, you know what a lot of lawyers are in New York?
What?
Jewish. A lot of law firms.
Yeah.
So a lot of them had, bro, it's right on the dome. Internships. A lot of them had internships, right?
Uh-huh.
So you know what happened? Got their internships pulled and blacklisted from like Wall Street and like law offices and those areas. And I'm like, what do you expect? Like, you need to realize what job you're going into and what the biggest religion in that job is.
Yeah. It like, I don't know how you can sit there and chant "Death to America."
Like, it's their right to cancel, just like it's your right to shout "Death to America, Death to Israel."
Yep.
And like, you know, talk about gassing the Jews. It's their right to cancel your internship and not allow you to work for them. Like, sucks to suck, but words have consequences. Or like, okay, this one, I don't know if we're gonna have to edit this out, but I don't understand why people in the LGBT community are very pro Palestine if the Palestinians are kind of willing, well, the ones living in Palestine.
Well, we can edit this part out for the YouTube and leave it in.
Yeah, they're willing to throw you off a roof, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Like, they're not accepting of people who are attracted to the same sex.
Yep.
Or people who are trans. They're not accepting of that at all. So why would you be pro a group that hates you? And that's the issue that a lot of people say that Americans don't understand. Is that not everyone thinks like us.
Mm-hmm.
You think they have the same empathy and sympathy for us.
Yeah, they're not as like progressive.
Yes.
As we are here in the United States. Like, if you go over there, weren't the Palestinians literally killing people that were protesting?
At one point, I know Iran does that all the time, but
like all these people over there, like, they don't have the same freedom to protest.
No,
and
they don't.
Yeah.
And in 2010, I believe, Hamas was elected as the government of Palestine.
Yeah.
And people are going to be like, oh, well, you know, they had guns to our heads. I don't know about that, because when you watch the videos, I'm pretty sure it's October 7th, but we'll say 8th, from October 7th or 8th, whichever one, you see even the civilians celebrating the dead Israelis. And it's a religious war, let's be real.
Yeah.
Most of the Muslims in that region hate Jews.
Yep.
They hate them.
They hate Jews. They hate gay people. They hate
Americans.
Yeah. Anybody who lives outside of their norms is just not
hated.
Yeah, it's hated. It's hated, and the other thing is that it's hated, and it, like their type of hate over there is to.
Bro, they do. What is it called? It's your family duty to kill one of your siblings or your daughter if they do something.
It's like honor killings.
Yeah, honor killings. Yeah, like they do honor killings over there. You can't compare their culture because it's a part of their culture. Let's be real.
Yeah.
To like American culture, we're way different.
One of my. Oh, look here! Look at this! Look at this shit! I don't know if I can use this guy's video, but
just blur him out. Invert it.
See, I thought it was Columbia University. Look at these guys. Look, this is the protest.
What are they?
The fuck is that?
They're dancing?
Yeah, like I don't understand. They're like dancing and like pulling this red string in the middle, and then like they show like what's going on in Texas, and this is how we're handling. Look at them, like creating these camps on campuses and sleeping on them.
Well, what does it accomplish? America's not going to stop funding Israel.
I have like no idea, and then they get pissed off because, and then there's people like assaulting the cops while they're walking through. You know what I mean?
Like we're not going to stop because Israel is like they're our only ally in the Middle East. If you think the Saudis are, they are not. The Saudis are more than willing to freaking join up arms with the Russians and Chinese if we don't give them what they want. I
think one of the craziest things about all of this is that we tell them, or like they're told to like, hey, like don't be doing this shit on the campus.
Yeah.
Or like, if you're going to do it here.
In this area.
You know what I mean? And then they start acting unruly, and then they wonder why they get arrested.
Yep.
And then while they're getting arrested, they start assaulting cops. It's like, like what? Like, how are you?
Don't go onto the Reddit hive mind, though.
Like, how are you hoping your case? Don't what?
Don't go onto the Reddit hive mind.
Why? They're like,
they're like, fuck the cops. Why are they doing that? And I'm like, bro, like, just don't.
Like, if you use force against a cop, then they have every right to use force against you.
100%. You mean force with force.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, the shit going on right now.
And we're not, I mean, Israel's fucking, what's going on in Israel's crazy, all right? But, all right, we'll see if we have, this one's even allowed. This part, what I'm about to say, is even allowed for YouTube. Someone punches you in the face, you're going to fucking punch them in the face back, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the person who punched you in the face is crying that they're getting beat up, but they beat you up, and then you go over there and beat the fuck out of them. And they're like, oh, they were...
You know what? I'll say what... Like, the thing that's going on in San Antonio right now, where all these people that are, like, breaking into cars and shit like that are getting shot.
Yeah, I had a fucking first... So, don't... And if you're watching this, fuck you. Don't park in front of the art museum if you're going to go out on that area, because someone will break into your fucking car. They didn't break into mine. I was with my dad. And, parked in front of the art... Literally in front of the art museum. There's not like, and they broke into my dad's truck, stole my cigars and a couple hats.
That's fucking crazy.
Bro, why the fuck did they take my cigars, dog? Made me so fucking mad. And then, of course, call SAPD. We'll just take the report on the phone.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they don't show up.
They show up?
They don't show up.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't show up because it's such a common occurrence now that they don't show up for car break-ins. Because it's like, what do you want us to do about it, dog?
Yeah, like, you know, that there was some guy that was breaking into a car. He got shot. There's people that were trying to break into the house, so the guy shot through the door, shot them both. Like,
I'm glad Chief McManus is like, fuck around, find out.
I know with the shooting last night, dude. He was like, look, like, two guys pulled out a gun, and
they had a duel in the middle of Fiesta.
Yeah, the cops did what they had to do.
Smoked both of them.
Yeah, cops did what they had to do, and that's what it is. Like, you don't want to get shot, don't shoot at or break into somebody's house.
Yeah.
Another one of the videos that I'll show you is, and I think I can do the audio to this one too.
Are we going to talk about how they're about to ban TikTok?
Oh, well.
Well, did you see what the Chinese said?
Well, I know that no, I don't know what the Chinese said.
They said, we are not selling TikTok.
Oh, really?
There's not going to be another buyer. Because you know how the stipulation was you got to sell it because the Chinese government owns it. They're like, we're not selling it. So they're like, okay, then you're not going to TikTok ain't going to be here in America no more.
Man, I gotta... what it is that like these guys are breaking into a car and the guy goes to go open the door. He's like, don't come out here. And they have guns.
In California, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they have guns. He's like, don't lose your life over a fucking car.
I was like, that should be said to you.
No, for real, dude. Like, like what kind of what kind of social standard do we have that gives people the right to say,
don't lose your life over a car?
That's yours. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, what right does he have to threaten me to not
to take my fucking car?
Yeah, like that's like somebody coming into my house and like, don't lose your life over a fucking house.
It's like the Hound.
Get the fuck out.
It's like the Hound in Game of Thrones. You're gonna lose your life over some chickens. Somebody is.
Yeah, like it makes no fucking sense, bro. Real quick tangent though. Maximus,
he's a fucking idiot.
I can't fucking.
Well, you know why?
Him,
he has.
I can't.
So
I can't.
Okay, watch the Fallout show if you haven't on Amazon Prime.
It's good.
Fucking
it's good. It's really good. It's shot really well. They didn't censor it as much as I thought they were going to.
It's good.
Like you see blood. You see that Lucy gets her finger cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, how weird was it, dude, when the ghoul got his finger bit off and he didn't even like react?
Well, they're ghouls, though.
Yeah, they're ghouls, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way they show the changing of the ghouls in it. It brought up a lot of memories of Fallout that I like completely forgot about because I haven't played a Fallout game. I don't even think I finished a full Fallout game. For real.
I'm replaying number 3 right now. I have at least 500 hours on each game.
Holy shit.
3, New Vegas, and 4. Love it. That's my favorite game series.
Crazy. But it's shot really well. I like where there's like a lot of the misconception of if it's been 200 years or if it's only been 30 years. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I love that. Like, that follows the game a lot, too.
Oh, it's officially been 200 years, though.
Has it officially been 200 years?
Yeah, because so, all right. Have you seen where they're...
I'm up to... I've got 2 more episodes left. So the last episode I saw was... I can't remember the ghoul's actual name.
Cooper.
I'm on the last episode where he found out... I'm the episode where Cooper found out who Maldavis was.
Oh, okay.
Because he remembers her from when they met at the Hollywood.
You know she's a commie, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
where he was going to.
200 years ago.
He was going to that commie meeting.
Well, you know what
it's actually been 200 years?
Yeah. 100%.
Does it tell in the next 2 episodes? Does it tell me how?
That's just how it's been.
But that doesn't make sense.
You're wondering why society hasn't come back?
No. How are these people alive?
Like who?
Cooper.
Because he's a ghoul. Ghouls live forever.
Maldavis or whatever her name is?
That, we have to figure out because they call her the Fire Queen. They think she might have a cryostasis pod. And then Lucy's whole family?
Yeah.
She's been in the vault for like 200 years, like generations.
Okay. But how is she alive though? So I'm saying, how is she alive for 200 years?
Because it's been like, her dad didn't come out of cryostasis until recently.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So they're frozen.
Yeah, they're in cryo.
They were frozen in there for a while. And obviously, God, and this is like, I can't remember this stuff. Like, the McLean family obviously has to be something huge because everybody's like, oh, you're a McLean?
It explains at the end.
You're a McLean?
It explains.
Like, yeah, bitch, I'm a McLean.
It explains at the end.
But it's because they're all rich, right? Like, they're all shitting on rich people? No? Oh, fuck me. Well, I know that there's different vaults.
Yeah.
Right? I know there's different vaults and there's different, like...
Have you seen a meeting yet in the past?
Maybe not, then.
All right, then. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. I'm excited.
Because there's a lot of big players in that meeting that I was like, oh, it's that guy. It's that guy.
Yeah. I think you can tell that this Fallout's...
It's going to be huge.
Fallout is what I wish Star Wars was.
Yeah, where they kept just...
Yeah.
Open world, you can explore.
Yep. And it's very... You can tell that it's fan-driven. Like, they want to please the fans. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to say it. Star Wars should be sold to fucking Amazon. If Amazon's going to come out bangers like this.
Well, you see what Henry Cavill's going to make? With Amazon?
No.
A Warhammer 40K TV show. And that's like, Warhammer's been around since the 70s.
Wow. That's crazy.
There's never been a TV show.
Really?
Only games here and there, but it used to be a tabletop game. Bro, I'm on the book series. Mm-hmm. I'm like book 3 out of like 55.
That's fucking crazy.
It's these dudes. I'm pretty sure you've seen them in places.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a big nerd with Warhammer.
No, I've definitely seen that show before.
Yeah, I'm reading the books. I'm on book 3.
Haiti's prime minister has resigned as a new council has been sworn in to lead country's political transition amidst ongoing violence.
Okay, so they had like Right now, who's in charge of the country is a warlord called Barbecue, and he's a cannibal. Because the gangs took over. And a YouTuber, everyone doesn't know if it's bullshit or if it's real, named Arab, he got kidnapped by, I think it was the FBI's number 2 most wanted in Haiti.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, it's absolute hell over there. There's even video of, Barbecue cutting up a dead person and eating them. They're running around smoking people. Their gang is wearing an actual uniform. There's even talks, now we're not, that the Marine Corps was going to go over there and, take care of shit.
One of the biggest things that I think happened in this news story in the last 5 months is the ousting of McCarthy.
Oh, isn't that big?
It was.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was big.
Honestly, I haven't really been paying attention to politics.
So McCarthy was the Speaker of the House. He was a Republican Speaker of the House. Maybe we talked about this. Did we talk about this?
I thought we did briefly.
It's kind of giving me memories that we talked about this. But anyways, he was the Speaker of the House. He had created he was in talks with the Democrats and they were trying to shut down the government again. And so what they did is they were having talks about what they should do, and McCarthy created this badass bill that was very, very Republican ran. It was very, very favored in the Republicans' favor. It was very much in the Republicans' favor, but it did include more funding for I can't remember if it was Ukraine or it was probably Ukraine. It involved more funding for them, and so Matt Gaetz went on this brigade.
Matt Gaetz is a Republican, right?
Yeah, he's a Republican.
So was it Republican on Republican violence?
Exactly what it was. And they ousted him, dude. They ousted him over this bill that was, super pro-Republican. Would have been a great big win. But because it had funding in there for Ukraine, he, lost his shit.
And regardless, Ukraine got the funding.
They got the funding. You know what was included in that bill? Border funding. Border funding was included in that bill, and they still shot it down. So... that was my mad sigh. So McCarthy goes back and has to say no, Republicans don't want to do this. They lose everything that they would have gained. So then it becomes a super, super Democratic bill, gets passed, and Matt Gaetz oh, this is your fault. This is your fault.
When it's your fault. His fault.
100%. Because he created the whole coalition to go against that bill.
I think sometimes politicians, they're sociopaths.
Dude, it's I don't even understand, dude. I don't understand why you do that to your own party in the time that we are. Everything going on with Trump right now, it's kind of crazy.
He has to show up to the trial every day.
Every single day.
Can't even go to his son's graduation.
Not only that, dude. What better way to make sure you win than to keep your opponent off the campaign trail? Not that Joe Biden's campaigning.
What?
Dude, he's
bro,
he is so limited.
Can you guys throw another fucking Democrat on there?
Any other Democrat,
please,
except
Kamala,
Harris.
please,
Yeah,
or Kamala.
please.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, please don't. Anything but Kamala. But it's I don't even understand how.
Even Michelle Obama, just somebody else.
Did you?
I thought she was gonna run
the other day. He was no. She's not stupid.
You think she'd lose?
No, I don't know. I think she'd have a good running. I think she'd have a lot of back support. But why?
Yeah.
The Obamas are already very powerful.
Yes, they are.
If you think
he's into directing movies now? Producing?
Yeah, they produced that one on Netflix. Have you watched it?
The End of the World one?
Yeah. Allegedly,
he helped produce Civil War 2.
Oh, really? The one on Netflix kind of shit.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it. But I think it's because the actress that's in there. I can't remember her name, but she's an actress that hasn't been around for a while, but then is now there again. But it was it was just madness, dude. It was fucking madness.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is what it is, though. But if you think that the Obamas don't have power and aren't very involved, you been on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so confused, man. I was what is going on right now?
Hey, real quick, this is from the movie. Allegedly, that yeah, it was illegally screen recorded. Don't worry about it.
That's cool.
Hold on. It's making me select the number. Yeah, so this is a snippet. I'm showing Matt a snippet from the from the movie Civil War, just so he can get a context of what.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it. If you've seen this,
look at the guys they're
part-
fighting with. Look at the guys they're fighting with. What are they dressed as? U.S. soldiers, my boy.
Yeah. Are they actual U.S. soldiers?
Yeah.
Oh.
These guys, I'm pretty sure, are militiamen.
So is this all shown in the view of the press in war?
Yes. So that's why you see the pictures.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't tell you why the war started. It just shows you the atrocities of a civil war on American soil. Like how bad it would be. Like they even talk about issues with supply lines, issues with power, issues with gas.
Are they trying to lay down fire for him to get out of there?
Yeah,
but very good.
No. And they didn't wait till the smoke was like thick. Yeah, it's just this. Bro, honestly, the gunfire in here was pretty fucking loud. It was like watching Heat.
I mean, this looks pretty fucking good.
It was.
Yeah, I was reading about how this really goes in to show how the press kind of like how the press are meant to be in war.
Yeah, basically unbiased.
Unbiased.
Supposed to be unbiased. Now you go look at the guys who are on the Russian side filming their version of the war, and then the guys on the Ukrainian side filming their version of the war.
Well, yeah, it's like all the propaganda that came out when it first happened. You're like, it's propaganda.
Yeah,
like, no, Javi, no,
the ghost of
real.
Kiev never existed. Yeah. And that reminds me, there's a guy who was a Texan who was fighting for the Russians. He had been there since 2014, right? So he had been fighting with the Russians since 2014. Well, Russian actual military, he was fighting with the militia in Donetsk, I believe. Well, an actual Russian unit pulled up and was like, "Nah, this dude's an American spy." Raped him, then beheaded him.
The guy?
The Texan guy. But he had been 100% fighting for the Russians. Like, you can find him in news stories. But
the guy that was fighting
for the Russians killed him.
Oh.
Even though he had a Russian wife. He had been living, and I'm like, bro, you like fuck the Russians. And if you're Russian, fuck you, right?
Have you seen this? Look at it.
4 more years pause.
Reads the pause, dude. Like he.
Please get another Democrat,
dude,
bro.
Joe Biden needs to be in a nursing home, or he needs to be, like living the rest of his life on. Well,
did you hear how they're he's trying to get presidential powers the same way they had during COVID, but for global warming, and then
it cuts to Padme in episode 3 where she's sitting on the side. And this is how democracy falls.
That, and then let's get into the bird flu.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're finding that in cows now, and a guy who was taking care of cows.
Originally, the bird flu wasn't supposed to be able to go to mammals, right?
Yep, and then it jumped to mammals.
Oh God.
So then one of the people who are working with cows have been getting it from the cows. They found it in the grocery store cow milk.
Wait, humans are getting it from the cows?
Yeah. They found it in the grocery store cow milk. So the pasteurized milk. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get it from drinking the milk, right?
Okay.
Because it's pasteurized.
Okay.
But they still found traces of the bird flu in the milk. So now the FDA is recommending cook your beef like medium to well done, because if it's like medium rare and the cow does have bird flu, you can get it from consuming the meat.
Oh.
And I'm like, hey, yo.
So what is this? H5N1.
Yeah.
Bird flu is widespread in wild birds worldwide and cause outbreaks in the U.S.
Yeah, do you know the fatality rate's like 30%?
Dude, poultry and dairy cows?
Yes.
This has been one recent human cause. Oh, there has been one recent.
Yeah, they're afraid it's going to start jumping to humans. And the World Health Organization said if you're around your house and there's a dead bird, to put on like an N95 mask and get it off your property. N95 mask, gown up, like gloves and everything. So that's
in
fun.
humans, bird flu can cause flu-like symptoms, pneumonia, and in severe cases, death. Risk to humans: human-to-human transmission of bird flu
is very
rare and has not led to
sustained spread. But they're afraid that it's going to mutate, and become like airborne, like COVID.
Well, it's just like when COVID started, right? We were like, all you got to do is wear a mask.
And then, boom, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Now it's regular, dog.
They're like, it won't get airborne, guys. It won't get airborne. Just make sure you wipe down your counters. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's airborne. It's airborne. Wear a mask.
Oh my God, we were wrong.
It's fine. You don't have to wear a mask. Just stand 6 feet away from each other.
Turns out
Yeah.
the 6 feet isn't
Just
far
kidding,
enough.
Just kidding.
You got to throw the mask back on.
Yeah. You have to throw the mask back on and stay 6 feet. You know what? Stay home. Stay home.
Only go out for necessities.
Did you watch that Quiet on Set thing?
Mm.
Bro, the shit going on with Nickelodeon? Or that went on with Nickelodeon?
Yeah, with that guy.
Like straight up pedophiles working for... Like convicted pedophiles. David Peck or whatever wasn't... or has never been convicted of being a pedophile. And some of the things, don't get me wrong, he was sexist. It's obvious, right? He's sexist because he talks about it. Or they talk about it. But I don't know if he was really a child molester because you don't see a lot about him. You see a lot about the actual people that were really found to be molested.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Do I have to bleep out the word molested?
I don't think so.
I feel like I do. I feel like I have to bleep out any word.
That's iffy.
Yeah, that's iffy. Because then they're YouTube's no.
Well, I mean, isn't that a common theme, though, with Hollywood? That there's predators.
Absolutely.
And sexual predators.
Yeah.
Because what was that famous director who they said had a mangled genitalia? And he finally went to prison because he would, make girl actors do weird things to him. A lot of shit in Hollywood.
He's got a weird voice, right?
Yeah. Isn't that, kind of how in the 1950s and 60s it was kind of regular for the female to sleep with the director or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of fucked if you really think about it.
There was always that joke with, I don't know if it was a joke really, but Carrie Fisher and George Lucas, he didn't allow her to wear underwear on set. And he said because there was no underwear in space.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of shit that went on there. There was a guy on Quiet on Set that was convicted, went to prison, did his time, got out and
worked for
Got
Nickelodeon.
picked up for Disney. Oh my God. He worked for Nickelodeon.
And now we work.
And he was the guy that had molested Drake Bell, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
Molested him, went to jail. Once he got out of jail, he directly got picked up by Disney. And currently, right now, works for Disney, I believe still. And then he worked on shows like Hannah Montana and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Bruh.
And even the Peck guy, too, David Peck or Dave, whatever his name is, got picked up and worked for Disney, too. And, but it's a common thing that you see. Harry Weinstein.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, he has a deformed dick?
That's what everyone says. Joe Rogan talks about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You said sliced up?
It's mangled.
Oh my God.
Nobody knows how.
Do we know how?
No.
Yeah, fucking bit by a tiger or some shit?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, that's fucking terrifying. Imagine.
I don't want to imagine.
The Trump thing is what really blows my mind because I can't think of another time in the 21st century that we've never had a president, right, that's going under investigation the way Trump is.
Bro, he went under investigation for colluding with the Russians. They found no evidence, no proof while he was president.
Well, they found proof that the Hillary Clinton campaign was colluding with the Russians.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Did you hear about that?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, they found actual evidence.
And remember, how does nobody see what the Russians and Chinese themselves said? They were like, it would be good for us if Biden remains president. Like, come on.
Yeah, what more evidence do you need, right? So ongoing trial in New York over a hush money scheme during the 2016 campaign, the one that he gave to Stormy Daniels. They're still going over that. Prosecutors alleged that Trump falsified business records to conceal payments to 2 other women. The key witness, David Pecker.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
Is it because he used campaign funds?
That's what they're saying, is that he used campaign funds.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the only issue.
Yeah.
So if he used his own money, this wouldn't be an issue.
I guess so.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, other people can use campaign funds to fucking travel all over the world.
The other thing that they did too was, she was the DA or the prosecutor or whatever. She said that they were going under trial because he inflated the cost of his buildings in New York because he's a realtor, right? That's his assets. His assets are properties.
Yes.
Who doesn't inflate the cost of their property value when they're
trying to sell?
Trying to sell.
Everyone.
Everybody does.
Bro, that's why these fucking houses around here are used to be $150,000. Now they're $300,000.
Yeah. And the other thing too is that they take it a step further and they say, well, not only can Trump not run his business, because you know that, right?
They're not letting him run it?
He can't run his business in New York. Not only that, but his kids can also not run it.
Why?
That's what the judge said.
That's
The
fucking...
judge and the prosecutor said that he could not do it.
I think judges have a little too much power, but that's just my opinion.
Well, that's fucking crazy. Like, who would do that? Like, to say that it's... And it's obvious what they're doing, right? They're trying to
doing
cut...
Baron Trump villain arc, bro. You're going to see him run for president when we're in like our 50s.
Apparently, he's super sharp.
I heard that. He looks like a villain. You see him recently?
Yeah, and he's quiet.
Yeah.
Like, that's the mysterious point about it. But he said, everybody always comes after, like, my brothers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you can come for me, too. Yeah, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they said he's on his villain arc. You see how tall he is?
Yeah, he's super tall. He's taller than Trump. And Trump's like 6'1". Yeah, dude, he's tall.
Yeah, they said he's on his villain arc. They said, just wait.
What if...
They're going to look at what they did to my dad.
Hear me out. What if Baron Trump is just a clone of Donald Trump? They look pretty close.
Little conspiracy there.
Yeah, right? He's just a clone of Donald Trump, and Donald Trump just wants to rule the world forever.
Right?
It's like Snoke, dude. There's different clones of him inside vats.
Yeah.
And then years later...
As long as gas goes back down to 150, I don't care.
Years later, there's this kid in a sand planet comes back, and it's like Donald Trump's body, like, being remorphed.
Oh, my God.
It's just all Star Wars all the time. That's all it is.
Space Jihad. Oh, Matt hasn't watched Dune, so that's a problem.
I haven't watched Dune because I'm waiting so I can read the books first.
He's never going to finish.
Which I didn't know that there were so many books.
Yes, that's why I'm like, just watch the first
6
two.
books. It's only 6 books.
Have you read the first one?
No,
There's your problem.
because I'm on the 7th book of the Dark Tower series, which is a fucking phenomenal... It's amazing.
Stephen King's a weirdo, though.
And I was talking about that the other day. I was like, dude, like, I wish he wasn't so weird because then I would give him more credit. But he's like crazy liberal. Like,
yeah,
he's crazy.
He's very anti-gun.
Yeah, super anti-gun. And anybody's anti-gun is just not for me.
Click off the podcast.
It's just not for me.
I mean, for hearing what we say right now, they probably already clicked off.
Everybody knows that we're pretty fun. If they
see
don't
this
like
American
guns,
flag right here, that ain't Palestinian. No.
Oh, see. Oh no. Yeah. Right. It's just fucking crazy, dude. And like what they're trying to do with the Trump campaign is cut down funding, so that way he can't fund his own campaign.
Which makes sense.
Genius.
Yeah.
Smart. It's not right.
I mean, it's not going to change anything though.
Nah.
People are still going to vote for him.
He still has support. And what's crazy is like you see people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who came out in hardcore support for Biden when Biden first ran. He's not coming out saying like, yeah, nah,
that was a mistake.
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying that.
They were asking him on, I think it was on Fox News actually. They were like, "Are you gonna announce your support for Joe Biden?" He was like, "No." He was like, "I in 2020 or whatever, I supported Joe Biden." He's like, "But I will not support Joe Biden again." He's like, "There's no way." It's because people are realizing that being, I don't even want to say morally right, because it's not morals. There's no morals in it. It's like the fad, right? It's like being a part of the group that's all supporting one candidate isn't about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about supporting who is... Joe Biden single-handedly has destroyed the middle class.
Oh, yeah, bro. You
completely, utterly destroyed.
People who are making $100,000 a year can't really buy a house right now.
Yeah, no,
that's not enough.
No,
not anymore.
No, I think they were saying for a 4-family, so 2 adults, 2 children, you have to be pulling in at least $209,000 to live comfortably.
Jesus Christ,
209.
Yeah, we're getting there.
In San Antonio alone. In order to be able to buy a house, maintain a house, 2 adults have to equally make like $107,000 to live comfortably. You know what I mean?
That's not just owning a house. That's renting. That's
just to live comfortably. And the other thing is like, what do we do when it just gets too expensive? Like, there's nothing to do, right? Like,
well, I said we're gonna go back to the way they are in Europe and the way they are in like the Middle East, and in South America, where you and your family go in on a plot of land.
Yeah.
Everyone lives there until they die.
Dude, they've been like that's been coming up a lot actually.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen. Well, you don't have any like.
I don't have social media.
But like in a lot of the things, they're making like family compounds where they're just getting family and I mean we're talking about like 5 or 6 houses are on this compound, and it looks honestly
kind of nice,
super cool.
Yeah,
looks super cool because you can let your kids play outside. You know what I mean? And it's not just. You know what I mean? You say like, oh, like obvious kids are outside, like, you know, keep an eye out or whatever. Open the windows, you can watch outside, you know. But it's like they build it where there's like a road that goes around, and like in the middle, there's like a just piece of land.
Kind of like a
park.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like a park in the middle.
Kind of like how Port A kind of does.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's just like a park in the middle and a road going around. All the houses sit on the outside, and you're able to have that area on the inside where. You know, you can do whatever. You can have a cookout. You can do all kinds of shit, which is super cool.
And I'm telling you, we're going to start moving that way because everything's too fucking expensive, bro.
Yeah. I think the important thing right now, especially right now, is the family, man.
Guns, beans, bullets, yeah.
Yeah, for real, dude. Guns, beans, bullets, and family, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You just need the support of your family, man.
See how much silver and gold went up?
Uh-uh.
Gold's like 30 an ounce now.
Damn.
Silver went up. No, gold went up a lot.
Dude. Yeah, that just blows my mind. All this blows my mind.
It does. It's kind of frustrating.
How's it feel, Javi, being back in here making videos?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get it back out there. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this podcast.
Yeah, because we're just rambling.
Literally rambling. I think it's going to get up for this episode. What do we have next episode? You know what we're doing next episode?
I thought we were doing
what we're doing next episode.
I thought we were talking about books.
I think next episode might be a book podcast.
Yeah, so if you're not a nerd, Ricardo, you might not like listening to this book stuff.
We're going to bring on some of our favorite books that we've read over the time. I think
mine are all digital, so we'll see how I do that.
So mine are not digital anymore. I did it for like a couple chapters and then went back to my
Kindle
books.
Supremacy.
I have my Kindle.
I just like reading off my phone.
A lot of Paperwhite. I just like the book, man. I think it's the saddest. We'll get into that later.
Yeah. We're rambling.
But like, comment, subscribe, do all the things down below. Make sure you're staying with us on everything TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. But definitely don't forget to join the Rambling community. Get on that Patreon so that way you're able to get these full unedited videos where we really are able to speak our mind and speak our truth and talk about things that we think are important to us and should be important to you. If you have anything that you think that we should be talking about in the podcast, anything you'd like to learn about, any guests you'd like to see on here, because we are going to start having guests on here very, very soon, make sure that you also put that in the comments below. But make sure you like it. It helps us out a ton, and try to watch as much of the videos as you can. If you made it this far, I'm assuming you watched most of the video. But make sure you also tell your friends that they should be joining the Rambling community, because we are going to be consistent. We will be releasing episodes every week. The Patreon members will get a shout out at the end of all the videos, and they will also get the episode 2 days earlier than everybody else. So that's going to be cool. And then you also get things like the Discord server and all that once you get into certain tiers. So make sure you read those tiers, look through everything that you see on there. But other than that, we are out of here. Laters.
See ya.